George Armstrong Custer, a name synonymous with both military brilliance and controversial defeat, presents a fascinating study in American history. His life during the Civil War and his infamous end at the Battle of Little Big Horn provide a tapestry of bold tactics, overconfidence, and critical miscalculations. Custer's Civil War service began in 1861. By the war's end, he had risen rapidly through the ranks, known for his daring and aggressive cavalry tactics. He played pivotal roles in major battles, including Gettysburg in July 1863, where his leadership was instrumental in defeating Confederate cavalry forces. Custer's wartime exploits earned him a reputation as a fearless and effective leader. His flair for flamboyant uniforms and his long, flowing locks made him a recognizable and romantic figure in the Union Army. His aggressive tactics, while risky, often paid off, leading to significant Union victories. Fast forward to 1876. Custer, now a lieutenant colonel, was part of the U.S. government's efforts to force Native American tribes onto reservations. The discovery of gold in the Black Hills had triggered a rush of settlers, violating previous treaties with the Native Americans. The U.S. government ordered all Lakota and Northern Cheyenne to the reservations, but many refused, leading to the Great Sioux War of 1876-77. On June 25, 1876, Custer made the fateful decision to attack a large assembly of Native American warriors at the Little Bighorn River in Montana Territory. Custer believed he was facing a far smaller force than what awaited him. Estimates suggest that there were as many as 1,500 to 2,500 Native American warriors, primarily Lakota Sioux and Northern Cheyenne, led by Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse. Custer divided his 7th Cavalry into 3 battalions, weakening his fighting strength. Contrary to popular belief, the Native American forces were not poorly armed. Many had repeating rifles, which were superior to the single-shot carbines of Custer's troops. Custer and all the men of his immediate command were killed. In the battle, the 7th Cavalry lost the 5 companies, C, E, F, I, and L, under Custer, about 210 men. Of the other companies of the regiment, under Reno and Benteen, 53 men were killed and 52 wounded. The Indians lost no more than 100 killed. This event marked the most significant victory for the Plains Indians in their struggle against the westward expansion of the United States. Custer's scouts warned him not to attack because the Indian village was too large. One of the most enduring questions about the Battle of Little Bighorn is whether any of Custer's men survived. For more than 125 years, virtually every history book in print has contended that no white man survived the Battle of the Little Bighorn, where Custer made his famous last stand. This book provides compelling proof that at least one member of the 7th Cavalry, a man named William Heath. Documents show that Billy Heath lived in a small coal mining town in Pennsylvania and that he enlisted in the 7th Cavalry in 1875, not long before the fateful battle. Further, U.S. Army records verify that he was one of the soldiers at the Little Bighorn. His name also appears on a list of those killed in action and is inscribed on the official monument that stands at the battle site. William Heath lived on for 14 more years after the Battle of the Little Bighorn. Birth records from his hometown in Schuylkill County, PA, indicate that he fathered 7 children before dying in obscurity. His gravestone still exists in the local cemetery. Custer's Indian scout Curley also survived being a member of the 7th Cavalry, having been one of the few survivors on the United States side at the Battle of Little Bighorn. He did not fight in the battle, but watched from a distance, and was the first to report the defeat of the 7th Cavalry Regiment. However, other parts of the 7th Cavalry, which were not directly under Custer's command at the moment of the final engagement, did have survivors. Custer's family was deeply involved in his military life, with tragic outcomes at Little Bighorn. Both of his younger brothers, Thomas and Boston Custer, were part of the 7th Cavalry and perished in the battle. Thomas Custer, a 2-time Medal of Honor recipient for his Civil War service, shared his brother's daring nature. Their deaths underscored the personal loss Custer's wife Elizabeth endured, losing her husband and 2 brothers-in-law in a single battle. A controversial and less commonly accepted theory about Custer's death is that he may have committed suicide to avoid capture and humiliation. However, most historians and experts on the battle dismiss this theory. The evidence suggests that Custer died fighting. The exact circumstances of his death remain unclear, mainly due to the lack of surviving eyewitnesses from his immediate command. The nature of his injuries, as reported by those who found his body, does not conclusively support the suicide theory. For Custer, it represents a dramatic end to a career marked by both glory and controversy. Thanks for watching.